WBO issues statement on Usyk vs Dubois rematch and how it affects number 1 Joseph Parker. Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois will run it back for the undisputed heavyweight world championship on July 19 at London's Wembley Stadium. The pair first met in 2023, with Usyk scoring a 9th-round stoppage after being down from a low blow by Dubois, something his team claims should have been considered a legal shot. The Ukrainian went on to become undisputed by beating Tyson Fury, but was forced to vacate the IBF belt, which Dubois picked up and defended with a KO over Anthony Joshua. On the fight, Usyk said, "I'm grateful to God for the opportunity to once again fight for the undisputed championship. Thank you, Daniel, for taking care of my IBF belt, now I want it back." Dubois again claimed he should have won the first time around. "This is the fight I wanted and demanded, and now I get my chance for revenge against Alexander Usyk. I should have won the first fight and was denied by the judgment of the referee, so I will make no mistake this time around in front of my people at the National Stadium in my home city. I am a superior and more dangerous fighter now, and Usyk will find this out for himself on July 19. I would like to thank my promoter Frank for making this happen for me, and I intend to repay him by becoming the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world." One man who misses out is Joseph Parker, the WBO's mandatory challenger and the man who was scheduled to face Dubois back in February before the Brit pulled out unwell. Parker had a legitimate claim to a shot against both men, but will now be forced to either sit on the sidelines or defend his interim belt, with the latter a much more likely option given his style. On the decision to allow the undisputed contest to take precedence, the WBO released the following statement, confirming the New Zealander was first in the rotation of the 4 mandatories, some of which are yet to be even called or decided. Having carefully considered the arguments presented by all relevant parties regarding the WBO mandatory, it is the WBO's position that the best interests of boxing and, most importantly, the fighters themselves are best served by allowing the unification bout to proceed prior to discharging the mandatory obligation. In doing so, the division will once again crown an undisputed champion, elevating the sport and its athletes to the highest standard. It is further clarified that Joseph Parker's mandatory status is upheld, and he remains next in the rotation system following the unification. The belts could fragment after the contest, particularly if Usyk decides on retirement, and Parker may then be upgraded or called to fight for the vacant title.